to Felixstowe Matters. It is overcast out there again, but we're here to brighten your day with Mirrian MacMillan. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Not too bad today, thank you.
Good. So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Mirrian. I've got 3 stepkids and one little munchkin here. And I live in Felixstowe. I've been living here just over a year now, but originally from Ipswich.
So you're a local lass, as it were.
Yeah, kind of.
So what's the little gentleman's name here then?
This is Elias, but we all call him Eli.
Eli, very
Yeah.
nice. Brilliant. So tell us, what do you like about Felixstowe? Why did you move here?
Well, we moved here originally to be closer to the kids. They live in Trimley area.
Oh, yeah.
But since moving here, I've just absolutely fallen in love with the seaside, and we go there, every day, at least once a day, and I just love being able just to walk there, and
Yes.
we can just go whenever we want. It's just lovely.
Oh, brilliant.
And it's a lovely area to live in as well. The community is really good.
Yeah. So what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm actually self-employed.
Oh, yeah.
I'm training to be a doula, which is a lady who helps support women through pregnancy and birth. But also working on my non-profit organisation, which is called Refresh Me.
Refresh Me. Okay. So tell us a little bit more about what a doula actually does. So what is it? So you're there near the end of the pregnancy.
But basically, it's from whenever the lady feels like she needs a doula.
Yep.
And you're a support, and you sort of get to know the person so that they really trust you. And then just basically it's just unconditional support for the lady and what she wants with her pregnancy and birth.
Okay.
And then you basically signpost her to what she feels she wants to do when she gives birth.
Yeah.
And if she wants you there, you're there, and you're just literally just there to support and also support the family as well, because a lot of times the guys don't know how to get involved or they feel left out, and so the doula actually will be there and to give information and just help really.
So are there special qualifications that you need to take, or
well, I've done my training through Doula UK.
Oh, okay.
So there's actually an organisation for us in the UK which is growing and is like really, really exciting times at the moment. And then you're mentored for your first few births, just to make sure that you're happy with what you're doing as well.
Okay. So doula, how big an organisation is it? Is it non-profit, and it's sort of there to just help you guys self-employed go through it? It's run by doulas. Okay.
And it's there to support the doula through her journey and to sort of show that it is a profession.
Yes. Yeah.
And they help with continued training and things like that as well.
Okay. So let's say we take I suppose no pregnancy is standard, but so you're there for the family. You're there for. Do you give advice as to whether to have the birth in hospital or somewhere else, or is that all their choice and you're just trying to support them?
Yeah, that's completely the woman's choice, and that's the thing with a doula. We will never ever give advice because that's not our place.
Okay.
But we're there to support and to give information,
so
the woman can make an informed and empowering choice for her own birth. And that kind of leads on to Refresh Me, because we just have a wander around. Because we're actually producing a guide for pregnant ladies on our new website, which will actually take you through step by step each week of your pregnancy and what you can look into and the different choices that you've got to make.
Okay.
And I'm working with loads of different birth workers all across Suffolk.
Oh, really?
To actually produce this guide for our new website.
So it's very local. So I think you've just touched on Refresh Me a bit, but do you want to just give us sort of an overview of how it started, why you've done it, and And then, explain, what Refresh Me is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, basically, it started off just as okay, some of that. It started off just as a Facebook page, actually.
It's a Facebook page.
Because I was breastfeeding and lots of interesting things were coming about. I just started putting up links on there and everything, and it grew into more of a sort of a platform for helping other people. And then it's now become like a non-profit organisation where our goals are basically to help, firstly, like information for parents, especially in the local area, about more gentle and alternative ways of parenting and giving birth, and also we're doing a lot of support for breastfeeding women, especially breastfeeding in public, which some women do find very difficult and a bit scary.
I can probably imagine.
Yeah.
So I understand you were in the Ipswich Star recently. Was that something to do with the breastfeeding in public and so forth?
Yeah, well, it was one of the just wearing that as a hat. One of the a local woman actually contacted us, and we found out that she'd been kind of shouted at in the street.
Oh, really?
It doesn't happen a lot in this area, I must admit. So we were quite shocked, and so we decided to show our support, and a whole group of us went and breastfed on the steps of the Ipswich Town Hall.
Oh, Town Hall, yeah.
We did actually meet up where it happened to her,
yeah.
which was out. I can't remember where it was now. So we moved on to there, and we sort of sat there for quite a while and just chatted to people and just. And the people wanted to come and take a picture just to show, that it is normal and that there's nothing really.
There's nothing wrong with it.
No.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. So how did the general public react to it? Was it just people just coming out and say, "Oh, great," or did you have a couple of sort of?
I think most people were just sort of coming over and smiling, and a few people came over and said hello.
Yeah.
I mean, I think generally the public in this area are very accepting of breastfeeding, and usually, I mean, I've had some lovely experiences of people coming up to you, but I think it's scary for ladies when they think they're going to get opposition, and so it's more of a that they feel self-conscious and they feel that people are looking at them when normally that isn't the case. But I think it comes, the more you feed in public and the more it becomes normal to you, that it's a lot easier, and so that's what we're trying to do with our group, is that if a lady does feel self-conscious or she feels like she's unconfident to do it, that she can actually come out with a group of you that that's normal to, and then she can sort of start to relax into it, because it does actually stop a lot of women from breastfeeding because they feel like they've got to stay at home and hide it away.
So is that what you kind of do with Refresh Me? Do you set up sort of meetings and have sort of days out and that kind of stuff?
That's what we're heading towards.
Oh, brilliant.
Thank you. Our new website is going to have online support groups.
Okay.
And we did like a survey before we started setting up. Thank you. And a card. Yeah. So we did a survey and we found out that a lot of people would like this all around the UK, so hopefully we're going to be able to start actually setting up groups all over the UK where people can actually meet face to face with people rather than just an online thing.
So you'll have like an online forum, discussion pages, Facebook presumably, and all that kind of stuff. and you'll have sort of local groups and potentially, I suppose, you could get together all over the country to sort of meet up.
What we're hoping for in the near future is to be able to sort of travel to different places and do, you know, baby shows and a lot of mainstream, because I've been doing a few shows around in the area, and we had a natural baby fair which was fab, and you know, we had all the things like baby wearing and co-sleep and that sort of thing there. But it'd be quite nice to go into some of the main stream areas, because there's a lot of women who don't actually know about certain things that Refresh Me is trying to promote, and that they can, you know, like co-sleeping, for example. A lot of women don't realise that there is a safe way to do it, and so they just, you know, without the information in front of them, they can't make an informed choice, and that's what we're basically there for.
So there are a lot of sort of baby shows around in the area that you can go to then. So is there lots of different types of sort of, I don't know what to call them, baby shows, baby
fairs. Yeah, there is quite a few, but obviously because we are non-profit and we are just starting out, it's quite. I mean, you know, we had at the Natural Baby Fair, they gave us a stall for free because, you know, to sort of, because we're trying to raise money, but we want the money to actually go towards helping parents rather than, although that is helping parents as well. So it's a bit difficult. Oh dear.
That's not going to taste good, is it?
We'll take that away now. So you know, actually getting in there is quite difficult, but once you're actually in there, then I think that would be a good thing for mainstream parents to see everything.
So going back to the evening, the Ipswich Star, what was the complaint? Was it a gentleman or a...
It was actually a lady.
It was a lady.
It was a young business lady who walked past the lady, and while she was breastfeeding, a baby the same age as Eli, and the lady rolled her eyes as she walked past, and then she actually got to the end of the street and turned back and started shouting for the lady to go inside and not to do it in front of people. And she said, and she was sort of calling her disgusting and all sorts of horrible things. And you know, this lady was very good and remained her composure, and sort of sat there. But I think because she was shocked, really. But yeah, so it wasn't very nice at all, and but you know, obviously we just want to get out there that doesn't happen a lot. I mean, I've been breastfeeding for 16 months, and I've never had a negative reaction.
So getting out there, following on from your Ipswich Star, you then had you've been on an interview on Canadian radio, is it?
Yeah.
Oh wow! Tell us about that.
Well, what it was to promote the what we call it is nipping, which is nursing in public. So our nipping support groups, we actually had a photo shoot in Felixstowe on the beach when the weather was a bit nicer. And about 16 of us ladies actually went. Well, some of us went topless, some of us. Just basically it was however we felt comfortable to do it, but it was to show that you can show a bit of skin. There is actually nothing wrong with it anyway. But the picture was put on Facebook as, you know, to show, you know, if we can do it like this, then you can do it covered up, however you feel that you want to do it. But yeah, Facebook took it down. And they said that because it was I can't remember what the actual saying that they used. Thank you, darling. But they you know, they took it down to say that it wasn't appropriate for the audience.
Not appropriate.
And this was because there was a nipple showing where a baby wasn't latched on. Obviously that was like a second in time. The baby was looking around for a second, and yeah, which happens. But the picture was beautiful. There was one where all the babies were latched on, that I did think, oh, maybe I should use that one. But I didn't even think about the nipple being on show, because it was in the context of everyone breastfeeding, and it was just such a beautiful picture. Everyone was laughing, and it was just like a really natural pose. But so they took it down, and obviously the Canadian radio station contacted us to say, did we want to sort of have a chat about why we thought it was taken down, and if that was right to do so or not. He's sort of doing some aerobics. And it was a good old chat actually, and I was surprised. I mean, that having that sort of publicity, because it did kind of go all over the net, and there was some negative comments, some positive comments. I think it was quite difficult for the ladies involved, because, you know, obviously none of us have ever been sort of subject to that sort of publicity before, and the negative, there was some horrible comments actually, but then there was some fabulous comments as well of absolute support. Sorry.
That's fine. Because no one, I suppose in this world, not everyone's going to agree that breastfeeding in public is the right thing to do.
No.
So, but I suppose that's, everyone has the right to opinion. So in Canada, do they have the very same kind of feeling we have here, that it's fine and that it should be?
And they were actually really, really liberal, and I thought the picture was shown on a Facebook page which supports breastfeeding in public and supports breastfeeding pictures on Facebook, and we got a lot more negative comments on that page than what we did from the Canadian radio interview, which was bizarre. But it's I think, are you gonna have a little sit down there? No. I think it was just it was a good way of getting the message out there. I wasn't actually expecting anything to come from the picture, but in a way it was good exposure for Refresh Me and for women out there who maybe, you know, will see that, you know, it is okay to do it, and the thing with Facebook is that they do allow a lot more, some awful, you know, things on there that don't actually comply with their standards, which they won't take down.
Oh right.
There's a lot of pages and groups and pictures on there which are way against their rules and regulations, but they stay up there.
Is that because no one's complained about them, do you think, or do you think someone's actually complained or?
I know for definite that people have complained about one site. But the thing is with Facebook is that it's actually up to each individual. They've got like individual regulators, and it's up to them to decide whether to leave the picture on there or not. And it seems to be that if it's, you know, sort of, you know, a shot of a lady, you know, with her boobs out for men, then that will stay up there.
That's all right, is it?
But if it's a shot of breastfeeding, then a lot of times they're taken down. Which you know, I think the key with Facebook is that yes, they've got their policy, and they say that, you know, if a child is actively breastfeeding, that they'll leave the picture up, which doesn't always work. But I think they need to change that to do the context of breastfeeding as well, because it is a natural thing. It's not a sexual thing, and it shouldn't be seen as such. So,
so do you still have a Facebook page? And that's up and about, is it? Is that linked to Refresh Me?
Yeah, it's there's a Facebook page, and if you type in refreshme.org.uk into Facebook, and that will pop up, and we've got quite a strong community on there, growing every day, which is really fun. And I put lots of links up to breastfeeding and to natural birth and all sorts of things on there, and then our website is due to go live in the next few days, might be early next week, which is going to be fab. There's going to be you're going to be able to make your own profile and put your own pictures and your own story up on there as well, and it's very much community based. So we're going to have lots of ways for people to contact each other and to contact professionals as well if they need advice.
So we've got Eli here with a rather fab T-shirt. Is there some way we can get that shown up? Because that's got all your information on that, doesn't it, I guess, as well. So it's...
You can see.
Insert boob here.
Yeah, it's just a little fun one.
So it's www.refreshme.org.com.
.uk.
.uk, yes.
Yeah. So we've just started doing little baby T-shirts. The baby grows, and also children T-shirts as well, just to raise money to try and put towards our support groups and sort of going around.
So that's just to keep you running, the money to keep you to have the forum, the website and everything going, so that you can carry on supporting the community of breastfeeding and mothers in general.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So what do you think the future holds for you and then Refresh Me? Where do you think you can take it in the future?
Well, we've got a lot of plans going ahead, and we're getting quite a fabulous team of ladies together who are helping out with articles, and we've also got sort of professors who are helping us make sure that everything on the website is evidence-based. So I think we've got some really exciting things happening for us in the future, and basically I'm just trying to spend my time thinking up ways of raising money so that we can actually get out there to the general public and let them know about breastfeeding, and also about breastfeeding, that it's actually recommended that you breastfeed till the age of 2.
Oh, 2. Okay.
Yeah, so that's something that not a lot of people know.
No,
that's a minimum recommendation, and then to carry on after that for as long as the mother and baby are happy. And there's so many benefits to some people call it extended breastfeeding, but we just like to think of it as natural term breastfeeding, and things like that that maybe a mum doesn't know about, and just by knowing about it might change her choices in the future and maybe make things a little bit better for some families. I mean, like the co-sleeping issue, there's some. Before I knew it was safe, I struggled with a Mavis basket for 8 weeks of no sleep.
Oh, right.
And then it wasn't until I found out the safe way to do it through a lot of research that ever since then we've had a lovely, healthy sleeping relationship most days, apart from teething. But obviously, if I didn't know about that, then I might still be struggling now.
So you mentioned about something I definitely didn't know about, the breastfeeding till 2 as a minimum. Well, where did you get all that information? Is that
that's actually the World Health Organisation.
So it's all out there.
Yeah, and I think it's just about having a place to find the information. I mean, there's loads of support groups out there as well for breastfeeding and for lots of natural, especially baby wearing as well. That's another thing that can help you breastfeed longer. And there is loads of support out there. It's just about finding the support and knowing where to look. So it's the World Health Organisation. They've actually, it's exclusive breastfeeding till the age of 6 months. So it's nothing but breast milk or formula until the age of 6 months, and then after that they recommend that a minimum of 2 years breastfeeding. Oh dear, come here, Dan. But obviously that's you don't have to stop then. You can carry on for as long as you and the baby are happy.
So do you think that that's something that, because obviously a 2 child now is being around, that you don't necessarily see that very often? So do you think that's some of the sort of stuff that you're going to be trying to get over on Refresh Me and on all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, definitely. The fact that it's normal for a child. If the child wants to breastfeed, it's absolutely normal and right for the mother. If the mother's happy with it as well, that it's absolutely normal and right. And there's absolutely no one who should be able to say, that's not right, or you shouldn't be able to do that, because each mother has to make their own decision and their own choice about what's right for them and their family, and then nobody else in the world should be able to judge that, because that's their decision, their choice. And so that's why, you know, we're there to support. If a woman wants to continue breastfeeding, then there is support out there for them, and there are some amazing benefits to both the child and the mother as well.
Okay. Could you briefly give us an idea of those benefits?
Yeah, I mean, one thing obviously is, are you getting tired? He's seen himself in the TV. Yes, there's amazing health benefits that you know, antibodies in breast milk that protects the child, and every illness that the mum gets will, you know, that will be passed. The antibodies for that will be passed through.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, you all right, honey?
So you can cut down the number of colds you get in the you can cut down the number of colds he has in his lifetime, potentially, that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, and you know, sorry, I can't think exactly right now. What do you mean?
I think you're telling us to wrap up, aren't you? Which is fair enough. So just very quickly, does that mean? Other employment of a doula? Do you get to go back to women after they've had their child and help them on further, or is that not part of it? And is that where you've got refreshment come in to sort of give them that extra?
No, the doulas. Hold on, darling. Hold on. Sorry. He's obviously, you have to do it wherever you need it. It's a great for refreshment. Yeah. Well, the doula that's up to the lady basically. Doulas can go on postnatally, and also help the baby.
Yeah.
But that's all right, darling. That's on. You tired? But yeah, obviously Refresh Me would love to be there alongside all of the professionals and the experts, and to you know, help the lady in her whole journey.
Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you very much for coming in today. Do you want to just give a quick plug again of your site details, just in case people missed it?
Yeah, so you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and we're oh dear, we're a bit grumpy, but we're refreshme.org.uk.
Well, again, thank you very much, Mirrian and Eli, for coming in.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for joining us on this Thursday, and have a very good day, and we will see you tomorrow.